Good morning. My name is John Spadaccini with Career Services.
And I'm Michael O'Donnell with the Mother Teresa Project.
Today is day 32, Protector of the Holy Church.
Pray for us. So today I was really looking at St. Joseph and how he can help the church in its struggle for unity. I think the church is struggling for unity, and it's always been struggling for unity. It's definitely the devil at work. He can go by the name of the scatterer or the disperser, and the one that constantly tries to scatter the flock. And if we look at St. Paul in the Corinthians, he speaks of we are many parts, but we are all one body. And this idea that even from the time of St. Paul, the church was struggling to remain unified. And that struggle hasn't ended up until today. And I think this disunity comes from a lack of focus on Christ. And I'm reminded of the story of Jesus walking on the water, and Peter comes out. And when he's focused on Christ, he's able to stay above the water. But when he's focused on the things around him, the water, the waves, the rain, that's when he starts to sink. And for us in the church, when we focus on Christ, that's when we can remain unified. But when we focus on the turmoil or anxieties or the sins of others around us, that's when we can become disunified and really allow ourselves to drift apart from the people that we're supposed to come together with. So I think Joseph is a great model for us because he stayed focused on his son, Jesus. And if we focus on Joseph, he can help direct our focus towards Jesus as well. And in that sense, we can remain a unified Catholic Church. So that was my take from today.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So when Father Calloway was talking about the church,
right?
Did he mean the Catholic Church, or did he mean the universal church, like all of the different Christian denominations?
Yeah. I think it's kind of a both and. I think he's focusing, when he says the church, I think he's focusing on the Catholic Church. But, we strive for unity with all denominations of the church. So that's kind of my vague answer. I don't know.
So when I was reading day 32, I had a different interpretation.
Yeah.
And when, Father Calloway was talking that the church needs to protect the protection of St. Joseph, I really do believe that the church does need the protection of St. Joseph, because I lived most of my professional life in Boston. And Boston was the epicenter for the scandal. And what I learned about that is the importance of prayer and how we need to pray to God. And now we have another tool to pray to St. Joseph to protect our priests, to protect our bishops, and to protect the Pope from the evil one. Because the evil one is always trying to find ways to destroy the church. And we need to have priests to have the Eucharist. And when I go to church, I think how amazing it is that intimate moment that a man has with God, that God uses that man to change ordinary bread and ordinary wine to the true presence of Jesus Christ. So if we don't pray for the protection of priests to be protected from Satan, trying, I don't know where I'm going with this. But,
no, I understand.
But at the heart of the scandal, it was challenging for a lot of us.
Absolutely. No, and I think it's kind of like the sheep hoping that they have a good shepherd to lead them. And I think that's something that we need to have is pray for our priests and understand that they have a difficult task and the devil is constantly attacking them. So pray that they can remain strong in their demeanor to serve the church, and they can continue to be virtuous servants of God. I think that's a good prayer to have, and it's something that I think we can all definitely do. Yeah. So that idea for unity, right? Pray for our priests and keep our gaze on Christ are the two ways that we can entrust ourselves to St. Joseph as the protector of the church, and we can grow to have a more unified Catholic Church. So, St. Joseph, protector of the Holy Church, pray for us.
See you tomorrow.